Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Katamari Damacy Reroll.
Salam alaikum. Have you ever been to the Arabian Peninsula? We haven't either. We hope you can visit during the day's rolling. Like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. Oh yes, a royal present for the hard-working prince. That's what we were planning, but we got bored. We gave your present away to somebody on Earth. Must be around somewhere, so roll it up while you're at it.
Hi Kiwi! Alright, I decided to start today with some Katamari recording, and I'm not going to regret it. Here we go.
Today you'll be rolling around the world. The Katamari should be, let's see, around a crisp 3 meters. We can believe in you for 11 minutes in Earth time. But any longer than that, and even the king of all cosmos can't be expected to wait. We look forward to a nice Katamari, soppy prince.
Alright, so we're going to pick up where we left off last time. I was casually rambling about Nintendo 64 games that I played, and Kiwi, after recording yesterday, did mention to me that she really does not have a good frame of reference of what games existed on the N64 versus other Nintendo consoles. She has played a number of Nintendo games, but I guess she didn't grow up with it the way I did. Certainly, N64 and Game Boy Color were my first consoles or game systems of any nature. Oh, those, I did not think those trophies were large enough that, or small enough that I could pick them up, but okay. So, yeah, it's fun to kind of go through the line of nostalgic games and talk about them, because we have watched a number of the games that I've mentioned as speedruns on GDQ, or had some other form of review of them. Like, for example, I was rambling about Yoshi's Story in the last episode, and a YouTuber by the name of Particular Mushroom does critiques of various games, usually more the Mario games, but randomly we had watched a Yoshi Story video that I didn't even mentally realize. I guess I was distracted by other things when we were playing it. But Kiwi's like, isn't this the game that Particular Mushroom was just talking about? And she was right. And I'm like, oh cool. And so we watched that going to bed, which was fun. And him just like reading the reviews saying the game is incredibly easy, and then I'm like, I do not remember that game being easy in any capacity. And I realized the reason for that, and the same reason that Particular Mushroom realized for that, was the 30 melon challenge that I was discussing. It wasn't just that there were 30, like, so again, the levels are designed so that you have to collect 30 of any fruit to complete the level. But there are only 30 melons, and they're hidden away or require certain tricky things. I completely forgot about the balancing challenge minigame. Oh my goodness, that was a nightmare. I can't remember exactly how terrible it was, but there's like a gut instinct of I saw that minigame on the screen, and I'm like, oh, this is bringing back memories of things that I long since forgot and don't look to want to remember, frankly. I feel like this area... No, there are still things I can pick up here. Okay. I felt like I was maybe here a little bit early, but I think we're good. Oh, we're going to the beach. I would love to go to the beach with you sometime, Kiwi. There's something very soothing about just sitting by the ocean waves and letting the wind roll over you. We have something kind of close as far as getting to lay down or sit down on a bench and read by the lakeside, but there's something different about the beach, just seeing nothing but water across the horizon. It's pretty interesting. Not even interesting, just it's such a foreign design, I guess, is how I'm going to describe it, from what I usually see. The design of the typical space I live in versus the design of a beach is very different. The aestheticism, if you will. Regardless. So let's focus back on... I was going to talk about Mario 64 and Hey You Pikachu. I'm going to start with Hey You Pikachu because I have more to say about that's funny, I suppose. Namely, so when I was a kid, I did not understand how peripheral attachments to consoles worked, or I didn't understand I didn't even really have a concept of peripheral attachment, so I didn't really think anything of it when I was told that you could talk to your Pikachu. And I never bought the game. I rented it from Blockbuster, and I didn't know Blockbuster didn't come with the little microphone that the game was supposed to run on. And to my understanding, that microphone was horrendous. Like, the ability to get Pikachu to even listen to your commands was very, very problematic, let's say. It's just not consistent, not reliable at all. Either way, so ultimately, I rented Hey You Pikachu from a blockbuster. And for context, Kiwi, Hey You Pikachu was a game about, well, you have a Pikachu that's living at your house, and you go on little adventures around the area with other Pokemon. And you're supposed to use a peripheral microphone sold with the game, talk to your Pikachu and tell it what to do to direct how the game was played, and you still use your controller to select various things within the stages, but largely control of, or the way you influenced your Pikachu, you would basically be in a little area and there would be things to interact with, and the main way to interact with them was to tell Pikachu, hey, go do that thing. And I rented the game and was shouting at my TV screen to tell Pikachu what to do, not understanding the fact that that is not how the game works and would never work, and I just kept at it as a kid, because you know how kids are. They make assumptions, they don't necessarily know the rules of the world, or in this case, the game, and they play their own style. And I, frankly, couldn't tell that Pikachu was not responding to my commands, because sometimes Pikachu would just like automatically react to things if you kind of pointed it in the right direction with the controller. But it was a very funny situation to look back on that once I actually understood, oh, I wasn't actually doing anything. Pikachu was just AIing a little bit into the void. It was a rather comedic realization for me, and it is something that I remember fondly. I remember there were, I so desperately, because of the main Pokemon series, like the anime that we watched as a kid. Second.
What a nice Katamari. Very airy and exciting. But now that you've come this far, we would love to have a much bigger, super nice Katamari. We'll leave it to your work then.
So yeah, ultimately, because of the anime, just watching a group of Pokemon just be friends with each other and go on little adventures, I, as a kid, and I imagine many others as kids, so desperately wanted that to be their reality. And Hey You Pikachu was likely going to be the closest opportunity to ever create something of that nature, you know? With the whole just... Okay, for a second I thought maybe I could steal parts of this tower, but no, that's not how this works at all. Just the thought that I could say, hey Pikachu, let's go hang out with Caterpie and Magnemite and go eat these weird mushrooms, and like that was a mechanic. It wasn't, I was entering an age of childhood where I was interested in nefarious things of never mind. I've never really had a taste for the indulgences of life. Can't hold my liquor. Smoking just smells too awful to really want to involve myself with it. But, you know, to each their own, follow your bliss is what I say, and as long as you're not causing harm to yourself or others in any particularly others, and not yourself in significant, lasting manner, follow your bliss, enjoy your life, do what you want, man. But I digress. I do remember, I think I could get Pikachu to eat. You could ask Pikachu to eat disgusting things potentially, and just get a very funny reaction out of it. So I think half the game was just trying to. Oh, I'm stuck in a tree. Can I roll? Oh gosh, I don't think I'm. Oh no, again, no. I want to play the game, please, let me out. I have become one with tree. All right, maybe if I roll, maybe I can roll up this ledge. Nope. Oh, we're free. Okay. Wow, that tree just ate a whole minute of time. Not really, but close. It felt enough to be that way. Anyway, so I don't know. Where was I? I got very flustered by being eaten by a tree. I completely lost my train of thought. So, Hey You Pikachu, right? I don't know. I definitely have some very distinct nostalgia for the game, even though I only rented it for maybe like a week out of a Blockbuster and then never got it again. Well, that's kind of the nature of childhood memories, is things are far shorter than you really realize, but it is so strange to think about what does become a core memory, or a memory that's locked inside your brain forever. And Hey You Pikachu is amongst those for whatever reason. Probably because to some degree I have to recognize that I embarrassed myself. No one but myself, because my parents were probably just enjoying the fact that I thought I could play the game that way. And as far as they knew it worked, because my parents never really took much of an interest in my gaming interests, unfortunately. So it's not something I really ever connected with them about. It is what it is. It is what it is. They had their interests, I had mine, and we went our separate ways in terms of interest, but we still connect on other ways. Anyway, I digress. We're getting pretty big. Hopefully, I'm curious to know, do we get big enough to take entire buildings at some point or another? Anyway, what else is there? What else is there to say about Hey You Pikachu? I don't know if I have much more to say. It's really just that. There's just a genuine memory of I do miss Blockbuster. Everyone wanted to go to Blockbuster for movies, and I was just like, they have free rental games for games that I probably won't ever buy or get my parents to buy because I have a limited video game fund and it's spent on other things that my parents would rather me do, like education, you know? Probably a better priority to focus on when you're a kid anyway, but not gonna really acknowledge that willingly. Why let's focus on studies when you can have a fun time, right? No, that's not how that works. It's certainly not what got me where I am in life now. Well, actually, I guess it did. I found a good balance. I don't actually know if I would really call it a balance if I look at it objectively, but through life, I always seem to do better in school if I had a video game to like study with alongside. I think it just helped me focus better, oddly enough. Yeah, I divided my attention between my studies and RuneScape a lot, but the resetting of the brain every now and again to when I started to lose focus helped a lot for just keeping me, I don't know if I want to say on the straight and narrow, but focused on the goals ahead. I don't know if what I can pick up at this point. I feel pretty large, and I haven't found another boundary to exceed. Hopefully we can get this boat. Okay, good. All right, we can grab some stuff out here potentially. I feel like these buoys and rocks are indicating the end of the level, so I'm not gonna go that way. Maybe I'm mistaken? I don't know how to do this, the Prince roll consistently and properly in this game. It feels even less consistent for me than in Katamari, or We Love Katamari, unfortunately. But I can at least get these boats. I think if we get to 60 meters, we'll probably size up again if I had to guess. We're almost there, actually. These fences will help a lot, and that little tractor should do, too. All right, what else? Is there anything else I have left to say about Hey You Pikachu? Again, the childhood dream.
You have 1 minute left.
Don't think we can get anything up there. I have not found the present. I know in We Love Katamari, we can bump into trees and those will sometimes give us things. All right, turns out getting to 6 meters does not actually increase our size enough to size up, but it would appear that we're not going to be going to steal buildings this run. I don't know what can we... there's not much left to collect that is of significant size. Hey, people! Hey, sunflowers. Sunflowers and hedges. Hedges are excellent. And that tractor will do a great job for us. Okay, well, maybe we can finally get those trees. I feel like we can get those trees over there now. There we go, that was a good roll. I mean, we still can't pick up trees, lame. Oh well. So, I think that's about all I'm gonna say about Hey You Pikachu. I think I've exhausted my brain's capacity for remembering that game. Let's find out, can I pick up a buoy here? Can I reach it in time? 3, nope, yep, it's an invisible wall and it made us lose friends. Darn it. I had a feeling, but I wanted to check.
Alrighty, it's time. We have a piano lesson now, so we'll go back to space. Royal Rainbow!
Kiwi of the present, Royal Rainbow! Royal Rainbow! Will never get old to me. Maybe it is, I don't know.
6 meters, 40 centimeters, 8 millimeters! We are moved to tears by the size of this thing. This is so incredible! Happy, happy, so happy! We want to turn it into a star right now. You did that fast. You hit the goal awfully fast. That was fantastic. That was so speedy and so smart. It will be a shooting star like boom! The thing that you collected the most of is flowers. My Earth really is full of things. We will now release it into the sky.
I'm starting to the end of the world. A world bigger than the town.
Flower party, full bloom, Y button.
What does the Y button do here? I don't know. All right, more airport.
Oh, I see it. I see the rocket. Hey, Michiro, that's where Dad is.
Oh, their dad's an astronaut. That's cool.
We'll be seeing your father soon, children.
What does that mean?
To be continued.
So wait, how are you going to be seeing your dad soon if he's going out into space? All right, what is our next level? Make Gemini. Let's go for it. We'll get to see the cosmos with the little girl, Michiru, I think her name was again.
How can this be? There's something missing. Aha! Yes, that's it. We get it now. It has no mystery. The sky has no mystery. It's so straightforward and easy to understand. That's important, of course, but just so boring. We'll tell you what's mysterious. Twins. What is with that connection? Is it telepathy? Do they have ESP? Did they play 999 on the Nintendo DS?
Sending things to Earth. All right. So, oh, well, I guess whatever.
Identical. Mind-bending uncanny. Come to think of it, didn't you have a twin? Really? So that's not true? Well, that's boring. No surprises there at all, boring prince. Well, your deficiencies aside, get as many twins as you can and make as twin-packed a Katamari as you can for a beautiful constellation, for a super fab wonderful sky. Since it's about twins, you'll have 11 minutes, double the usual.
Oh, we started 88 centimeters and 8 millimeters. That's cute. I bet if they had a second decimal for the millimeters, that would be 88 there too.
We look forward to the result, solitary prince.
Oh, we got the smooth jazz coming, Kiwi. So I realized when we were listening to this during that baking, during a binge of baking in the kitchen together, that part of this song from, oh,
Twin cats.
this part right here, genuinely reminds me of the build-up to Just Synth's theme from Legend ZA, and I kind of really want to try and make a cursed mashup of the two songs as a follow-up to the time I did the mashup of Wind of View from Dungeon Fighter Online and Sonic Adventure 2's Live and Learn. It's one of those things where once I hear it, I kind of want to just follow through on it and do a thing that I have no realistic practice with. I have no musical talent whatsoever, but it's something that, despite my deficiencies, not being able to hold a beat, not being able to keep a rhythm, not knowing how to read music, I still can't help but want to do a little bit just because it's fun, or funny, I suppose. Regardless of the situation, it's something that I have thought about. It's just the children, they crave the swing, right, Kiwi? That's what everyone said when Just Synth's theme first aired. I think right now we prioritize getting big so I can just loop up everyone I can. And then we go twin hunting. Are you a set of twins? You are. I got twin crabs. All right, so let's move on from Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and let's go talk, wait, what am I saying? Pokemon Hey You Pikachu, there we go, Hey You Pikachu. Didn't even have Pokemon in the title. That was back in the day when Nintendo wasn't as particular about their naming thing. It's so weird that Nintendo is just like very particular about making sure that they say the full name of any console they have. For example, the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware line of gaming consoles, they have to emphasize it every time. And according to, I forget who it was, but whoever answered why that is the case, the reason was because they wanted to make sure their brand's identity maintained itself and wasn't lost the way like Band-Aids became a universal term for bandages, like sticky bandages. Also, this bit right here, it totally sounds like you can't do a thing if you ain't got that swang. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Oh my goodness, I listened to that song a lot as a kid. I don't know why. I think it just was really popular in the shows I watched or the movies the few movies that I actually saw. We're just gonna stop by and pick up Grandpa on the way home. But whatever the reason being, I do enjoy the bombastic jazz of Katamari. They knew what they were doing. What else is there to say? So, all right, let's talk about Mario 64 now. Mario 64 is definitely a game I spent a lot of time, and it is absolutely a game I 100%ed in my childhood, which early on, I actually was terrified of the game. I remember getting to Boo's Big Haunt, the level with all the ghosts, and being objectively terrified. I think what happened, and I may be misremembering this, but if I recall, what happened was I was okay with the game overall until the eel from Dire Dire Docks, which is, for many people, a point of horror, and rightly so. It's big, angry teeth that wants to eat you. It was terrifying, and I don't actually think the eel could eat you in that game, but it was so loud and angry and chompy. It was so terrifying to so many kids. Apparently there was a similar eel in a Banjo-Kazooie game. I never actually got to play Banjo-Kazooie games as a kid. I probably would have loved them, but I feel like platformers as a whole of that generation have lost my interest a little bit. I do like platformers. I definitely prefer 3D platformers, and I like momentum-based 3D platformers, which is why Sonic appeals to my rodent brain a little bit faster. Funny that hedgehogs are rodents too, I suppose, although that's not what I meant there. the thing about Mario 64 was not only the eel, so the eel was already a point of trauma for me as a childhood Jeff, but then on top of that,
Oh, those are quadruplets. Those count as twins? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll call them a twin of twins. Haha, I can do basic math. Who would have thought that of a king?
Anyway, so the eel aside, Boo's Big Haunt, I went into the part of the room that, or the part of the level that everyone knows as a child was terrifying, the piano room. And I start approaching the piano, and suddenly the piano comes to life and starts chomping and dung, 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 as it bounces on the floor chasing after you. Terrifying, horrifying, traumatizing. Young Jeff turned off the GameCube and started to cry. Or not GameCube, turned off the N64 and started to cry. It was kind of, you know, tragic and embarrassing in the way that only kids can experience that sort of self-imposed tragedy of not understanding it can't hurt you, just understanding the feeling of fight or flight to survive and not necessarily knowing if you will survive. Then I eventually decided, okay, I'm a big boy, I'm gonna try this again, and I booted up the game, and I decided, okay, we're not gonna go in the mansion. There's this little hut over here. I'll see where this elevator takes us. So there's a little side building next to the mansion that you can take that brings you to effectively the basement of the mansion. It's a little water-filled area with a carousel, and as the elevator descends, you start hearing the carousel's music. And to me, that was the breaking point. I turned off the N64, and I never played that level again, probably for at least a couple years. Genuinely, I think that was the point in childhood where I just said, Mario 64 has done enough, and it can no longer be allowed to hurt me the way it has. And I moved on to other games because I had plenty of other options on the N64. But I mean, I feel like it is a very shared experience for a lot of kids to just look back at the eels from Banjo-Kazooie and from Mario 64 and just be like, those were terrifying. And thinking of other childhood horrors and traumas, Courage the Cowardly Dog, my goodness. Fun show, great show, very creative show. Definitely created some horrors, night terrors for children the world over, I am sure. The one that I most personally remember is, of course, King Ramses' Return the Slab or Suffer My Curse with the 3 plagues of the angry Egyptian lord. And my goodness, Kiwi, that was another one where I just turned off the TV and probably cried. I was a bit of a coward as a kid, to be honest, and that's not necessarily a bad thing per se. It's just, it is the nature of childhood. You don't understand what things are, and when things are scary, and sometimes even simple things that aren't scary can be scary. It is very interesting to me to see what kids decide are going to be their points of trauma for often reasons that no adult could possibly comprehend or really understand. And for me, it was a lot of media-related things, but not outside outright.
Quadruplets are not the same thing.
But for me, not like, I never really watched horror movies, probably because they would have absolutely traumatized me as a kid, like everything else I just listed off. Even things that were objectively not horror related had scary things to me. But again, I do find it implicitly amusing. I picked up a cow. The pun was unintentional, but I guess I just felt it in my soul that it was necessary. It does amuse me, the notion of what children pick up on as being the cause of self-derived fear from, and fear is just born of not understanding. And part of the reason children feel fear for these things is like they don't know better. They don't know what it is. It looks spooky for whatever their sensibilities declare it as. We're just a little bit too short to get up there, but I think I can fall down from the left. So let me not get stuck on is this the tree? Oh my goodness, I thought for a second I was stuck on a tree again. Let's grab these sheep and get out of here. Or not. Come on, sheep me. Sheep, good, okay. Oh, one more sheep, good. We're lacking in twins. Oh, those look like things. I guess the king did confirm for us that quadruplets do not count as a twin of twins. It's a little lame because I think they should, frankly. All right, we'll follow up. I can probably climb over this wall here and get onto that little platform with all the people playing. I'm stuck, I'm having a bad time. Everything is rough. Maybe I can pole vault with this electrical pole. Oh, I did! I didn't think that was gonna work so well. Wow, that was really cool. That's never gonna happen again. Look at me, Kiwi, using an intentionally obtuse mechanic for my own advantage and then throwing everyone into the horizon. The short schoolboy has been lost forever and always. Never forget short schoolboy. And that guy just clipped through a wall again. Oh, at least I can ride up the mountain side here. Okay. Is there anything else I can pick up over here? I think I'm running out. We have a very nice number of twins, but I would like at least 70. There we go. 70 twins acquired. Is there anything else left to acquire, though? That's the question. I mean, I'm sure there is. The Katamari always has a habit of having a couple extra secrets laying around somewhere. All right. But I do find, I'm pretty proud of that, like, realizing that I could get away with the use of the collision on our little electrical pole to pole vault. You guys look like a set of twins. Don't mind if I do. 71. Okay, we are at 71 twins. What else can I say about Mario 64? I mean, the speedrunning community has taken that game to infinity and beyond in terms of just the insanity of what that game is able to do. I have always wanted to learn how to BLJ, backwards long jump, for those not in the know. It's basically the infinite speed glitch of sorts that Mario 64 has. If I gave up. I can't get those benches at all. This electrical pole is actually causing issues now. It served its purpose. Give me turtle, give me turtle. Nope, don't give me turtle. Benches, please. There we go. Okay. I think if we get that turtle, that will be a twin for us. Let's go get him. There we go. We're up to 75. I am not convinced we are getting anything else here, but I'll just hop through here and see what we can collect. Yeah, I think we are probably largely exhausted of twins here. Anything who wants to count as a twin, please show up. You look like twins. You're not twins. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I think we're good. I think we've beaten the level. I definitely think we're gonna fab this one, or just drop everything and not fab a thing. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, you look. You're twins. Twin mermaids. Twin mermaids. 78. Woo! Maybe I can get these. Maybe I can get these umbrellas. Oh, I like the cow umbrella. That's really cute. Are you twins? Twins? Hello? Nope. Okay, we're good.
It's still a mystery, beyond comprehension, a thing of wonder. We'll take the mystery rainbow back. Royal Rainbow!
Kiwi? Kiwi. Royal Rainbow! I will continue to ask Kiwi to Royal Rainbow at me every time it happens. What's that? What if she's not here? Then I will still ask Kiwi. I will shout to the heavens, Kiwi, provide me the Royal Rainbow Declaration.
Mysterious, mysterious indeed. Really identical, utterly identical.
They look like they're made out of Legos.
78 pairs, all alike and similar. Well, not as mysterious as our existence, of course. Alrighty, let's just release it into the sky. Gemini family, collect twins.
Dun, da, da. All right, let's feel the cosmos returning to the sky.
Oh, I feel it. I feel the cosmos. Gemini came home, hand in hand. I can't tell them apart.
This voice is killer on the throat, not gonna lie. Probably shouldn't do too many of the consolation levels in a row, frankly. Maybe I just tone it down. No, we don't tone it down in this game. This is not the game to tone things down. Well, with that said, Kiwi, I have enjoyed rambling about a couple more games of my childhood. I definitely went on a lot of tangents, which you never know where you're gonna go with me. With all that said, though, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are sleeping, I hope you are sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Katamari Damacy reroll.